Hello students, we know we are discussing about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Under this first topic is our reaction of metals with oxygen. Under this topic we did one simple activity where we took the rust, that is hydrated iron oxide. Rust is hydrated iron oxide, Fe2O3 in X molecules of water. So this is the chemical formula of rust, hydrated iron oxide. Okay, this is hydrated iron oxide. So rust is called hydrated iron oxide. Then we have made the solution of this for doing the litmus test. So then we have used the litmus paper. You can see here we have used the litmus paper, and with the help of red litmus paper, for example, we have used the red litmus paper, and now we want to test the nature. Okay, so a red litmus paper will become bluish in color, showing that metal hydroxides are basic in nature. We already know that metal hydroxides are basic in nature. So here we can see that it has started turning blue. Okay, showing that metal oxides are basic in nature. So this is the term, because we know metal hydroxide and metal oxides, they are basic in nature, and non-metal hydroxide and non-metal oxides, they are acidic in nature. You have to by heart this. I am repeating, metal oxides are basic in nature and non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. So because this is iron, the metal we used, and with when we tested it with the litmus paper, red litmus paper, it has started turning into blue color. It means red to blue means basic in nature. If we would have taken blue litmus paper, then in that case there would have not been any change in the color. Okay, blue remains blue in basic solution and red turns blue in basic solution. Hence proved that metal oxides are basic in nature, whereas non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. That we have to prove, and we will prove this with the help of another activity. Now we will come to another activity here. Now see, in this activity we are proving that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. They are acidic in nature. Now before moving ahead to non-metals, few more examples are there in your NCERT book related to metals and their reaction with the oxygen. So here you can see one example is there. When a copper vessel is exposed to moist air for long, it acquires means it gets a dull green coating. You must have observed copper vessels, decorative items made up of copper or copper vessels. Okay, they develop a green coating over them. The green material is a mixture of copper hydroxide. It is a mixture of copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. Okay, sometimes we read it as basic copper carbonate. We can read it like this. So that green color, which the copper is a metal. Right now we are talking about metal only. Iron was also metal, and we have discussed rust in that case. Okay, it means when does the iron acquires rust? When iron comes in contact with moist air. Okay, moist air means oxygen is there and some moisture is also there. Okay, so and right now you know that we are reading about metals and their reaction with the oxygen. Okay, so iron case we discussed that rust is formed. Same way some other metal like copper, it gets a green coating over it because of the formation of copper hydroxide, or we plus copper carbonate, or we can say basic copper carbonate as a together. Okay, now another example is of magnesium ribbon. So till now we have discussed how many metals? Iron, we have discussed about iron, what happens when it comes in contact of the air. Then copper also, then magnesium ribbon. You must have seen magnesium ribbon in lab. So when we burn it, some dazzling white light comes. Burning means when burning happens, when it combines with oxygen. Okay, so then it forms magnesium. Whenever magnesium combines with oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide, and when we mix water to it, it will form magnesium hydroxide and ultimately magnesium hydroxide. If we are going to check its nature, so if it is a metal, then it will be basic. So all metal oxides or hydroxides are basic in nature, and non-metal oxide or non-metal hydroxide will be acidic in nature. This we have to see. So till time, how many metals we have discussed? We have discussed about the copper, we have discussed about copper, we have discussed about iron, we have discussed about magnesium. Okay, so we have discussed all of them. And what about yesterday's class? We discussed about sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium, they are highly reactive. They are highly reactive, and that's why they are stored in kerosene. We can't let them exposed to the atmosphere, because the moment they will come in contact with the atmosphere, they will catch fire. Atmosphere, they will come in contact with, atmosphere means they will come in contact with oxygen, and the moment they will come in contact, they will catch fire. So generally the sodium and potassium metals, they are metals, they also combine with oxygen, and their combination is vigorous. Vigorous means they combine rapidly and they form metal oxide. When metals combine with oxygen, they form a compound called metal oxide. When we make a solution for testing its nature, we add water, and then it is a new compound form called metal hydroxide, and then we can check the nature. So in next class we will deal with the non-metals. What happens when non-metals get combined with the oxygen? In today's class, I think this is enough. Then I will provide you these tables also to complete. Okay, I will provide you tables and you will complete it. I will provide you this table as an image, and you will complete it in the copy, and you will complete the work in copy. Thank you very much. Revise well.